Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Divine Healing Valley Spirituality and Healing Meet. And this is a Wednesday session, and the topic for today is Spiritual Law of Divine Oneness. So when you hear this topic, Divine Oneness, what comes to your mind? What is your understanding of this spiritual law, and what is a spiritual law? Some of you must be wondering, what is a spiritual law? Physical laws of Newton के laws of motion तो पढ़े थे, वही हैं क्या? Spiritual laws वही हैं. That is for the physical universe, whatever is applied in the universe, है ना? तो physical laws of motion वगैरह जो है वो सब आपके law of motion, law of gravity वगैरह जो हैं, they apply to the universe and they are not spiritual laws. We are talking of spiritual laws which govern the working of the universe. So just to give you an introduction, when Divine created the whole universe, obviously Divine had set up some, you can say, principles or rules by which the whole universe is going to be operating. The standard operating practices we call, right? SOP. तो SOP के मुताबिक उन्होंने कुछ spiritual laws बनाए हैं जिनके accordingly पूरे सृष्टि का संचालन जो है हो रहा है, correct? And these are called the spiritual laws. So we are exploring into the spiritual laws. So we will have a series of episodes, or we can say a series of sessions for these spiritual laws, and we are starting with the first law today. And the first law is spiritual law of divine oneness. We are starting with this. And there are many other spiritual laws which you might be aware of. We hear of law of karma, we talk of law of dharma, right? Law of non-attachment. So all these spiritual laws we will be taking up one by one. But today the topic is spiritual law of divine oneness. So what comes to your mind? What is your understanding? Let us have some sharing on that. And by the end of this session, let me assure you, you will have the right understanding of this spiritual law. And we will see how you can bring this into your life. Means how you can bring this into your karma. आप इसको अपने कर्म में कैसे लाएंगे और कैसे आप लाइफ में अपने रिजल्ट्स प्रोड्यूस करेंगे. That is how we are going to look at this. Okay? Yes. So who wants to share your understanding of spiritual law of divine oneness? कौन बताना चाहेंगे? विजय जी, अनिरुद्ध जी, अमित जी, you can go ahead with your understanding. And I'm sure all of you
हम लोग तो स्टूडेंट हैं, आप बताइए.
हाँ जी,
हम लोग तो स्टूडेंट हैं, आप बताइए.
That's fine, but student also has a lot of. We are all students, by the way. विजय जी, मेरे को अलग मत करिए. I am part of the group, right? We are all students of life, and we are exploring. So first we should know what is our understanding. We share that, and then we take on what is the right understanding which will create so-called, you can say, the magical results in our life, right? So oneness की हम बात करते रहते हैं. Amit ji is a very strong proponent of divine oneness. So let us have our understanding of what is divine oneness, and how most important thing is not only the understanding, but how it is manifesting in your life. That is important. क्योंकि अगर आपकी राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी तो वो आपके कर्म में आएगा, और अगर अब वो आपके कर्म में आएगा तो वो मैनिफेस्टेशन बन के आएगा रिजल्ट लाइफ में, और लाइफ के रिजल्ट्स आपको बताएंगे कि आप कितनी वननेस में जी रहे हैं. थ्योरेटिकली तो देयर इज नो वे वी कैन एनालाइज कि मैं कितने वननेस में हूँ या आप कितने वननेस में हैं, बट जो आप लाइफ में रिजल्ट्स प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, दैट विल टेल यू वेदर यू आर अप्लाइंग द लॉ ऑफ डिवाइन वननेस and what are the results that you are producing in your life. If you monitor that, then you are on the right track. तब आप सही स्वाध्याय कर रहे हैं और तब आप बता पाएंगे कि हाँ भाई, डिवाइन वननेस में मैंने ये रिजल्ट्स प्रोड्यूस किए हैं. That is what we are going to look at today. And of course, if you are unable to move on, we will also look into what is stopping you, or rather what is stopping majority of the population on this planet Earth, why they can't understand the simple truth, and why they can't manifest these kind of results in their life. So that will be the second part of our discussion. But first thing is, what is our understanding of divine oneness? कौन शेयर करना चाहेंगे?
Ranjana.
Yes, Ranjana, go ahead.
So my understanding is that this whole universe is one, the whole world is one, but it seems to us that it is that we are different than the other, but we are, connected. We are one.
Now, say that last line clearly. We are connected.
We are one.
We are connected. We are one. Okay. So that is your understanding of the spiritual law, correct? Very good. Very good. Let's acknowledge Ranjana ji. That's a very good understanding. Yes. Anybody else who wants to share? जो भी आपके दिमाग में आ रहा है, इस टॉपिक को सुनते ही आपके दिमाग में कुछ थॉट्स आ रहे होंगे. Whatever are these thoughts, you can share. And then we
Yes,
will
sir.
see. Yes, Gunjan, go ahead.
जैसे रंजना ने बोला कि we are all connected. Yes, definitely we are all connected because we are the seeds of God. So somehow or the other we are connected because कहते हैं ना कि हम भगवान का एक अंश हैं, तो अंश ही
Okay.
रहेंगे हम.
Okay. Right. So we are
Yeah.
all are a fraction of divine, you are saying. So
Yes,
we
sir.
are all part of the divine. So we are what? Divine oneness का ये rule है. Okay.
Yes,
Got it. Very good. Let's acknowledge Gunjan. So Gunjan and Ranjana are more or less sharing the same kind of thought process. Anybody else? Anybody else who wants to share? Yes, Amit ji, go ahead.
So I think there could be two ways to explain this. One is very scientific. For example, we have read Big Bang's theory. So that is scientific. The other thing that probably we can experience in our own self, even if we had not read any scripture or theory. So for example, if we land up in a very hypothetical situation also, if we land up, let's say, causing a hurt to someone, even if we are a practiced tamasic person, we are used to having a criminal mindset, but somewhere deep inside, the criminal knows that there is a pain that I'm causing to him, and somewhere he knows that, okay, I've taken a revenge, but there's something which disturbs him as well.
Okay.
On the other side also, if we bring some happiness to some person or joy or bliss, somewhere in our heart, and not necessarily heart, but in our consciousness, we also get positively uplifted. So I think the kind of energies that we send to somebody, we also get the same energy. This has actually proven, at least to me, that any vibration in me causes the vibration in the other, and vice versa.
Okay.
So I think that has been a self-understood example of oneness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
much.
So you're basically saying that whatever you gave to the other person, you are basically giving to yourself. You know? So that is where you can connect it. You can connect it to oneness. Everything is connected. So whatever you give, you get it back, or you experience it in some kind of a as an emotion or some kind of a feeling that you experience yourself. That's fine.
I think Dhanush will precisely continue to say that when we hurt somebody, somewhere something hurts us as well. So that element, which is probably not explainable, but that is also called God, is common in me and the person that I'm hurting and all of us.
Okay, good understanding. So that is another way to understand oneness. We are all one. Yep. Okay, anybody else who has a different thought? Who has a different thought process? Vijay ji, Anirudh ji, anything that you want to add besides what we have discussed? Okay, that's fine. So let us have some, anybody else who wants to share? Harshi, Kanik ji, Pranav ji, Dr. Sanjeev, नमस्कार पुष्पा जी. यस, कोई शेयर करना चाहेंगे? अदरवाइज यस अनिरुद्ध जी, गो अहेड. म्यूट पे हैं आप म्यूट पे हैं.
जी सर.
हाँ जी.
क्या वननेस का सिंपल है कि इसमें पहला पॉइंट है कि ऑल आर वन, सब वन है, दैट इज अ वननेस. तो अब उसके क्या है कि अब दूसरा ये है कि कहीं से भी स्टार्ट करोगे वो एंड उसका वननेस में आएगा. कहीं से अगर डिवाइन से चालू करोगे वो भी वननेस में आएगा, अपने से चालू करोगे वो भी वननेस में, दूसरों से चालू करोगे वो भी वननेस में आएगा. तो जर्नी का जो एंड है वो वननेस ही है. और तीसरा ये है कि वननेस का जो मैंने समझा कि जैसे अभी अमित जी ने बोला है कि अपने आप को दूसरों में देखो, दूसरों को अपने में देखो. ठीक है सर. तो दैट इज अ वननेस. अब वो वननेस का ये है कि हर एक का अपना अपना है कि जहाँ पे आपकी फैमिली है या आपकी कम्युनिटी है, आपका कंट्री है या ग्लोबल है, तो उस तरीके से वननेस का लेवल बढ़ता जाएगा। और वननेस एटलीस्ट मुझे लगता है कि सभी लोग, कुछ वननेस में सभी लोग हैं, थोड़े बहुत कभी ना कभी वननेस में रहते हैं, सम टाइम फॉर सम पीपल, बट वी शुड बी ऑलवेज फॉर ऑल पीपल, दैट शुड बी आवर एम। So that is a oneness, I think.
Should or should not मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, but I got your viewpoint. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's acknowledge Anirudh ji. Okay, good. Right. So all of us have some idea about what we are talking of, spiritual law of divine oneness. Okay. Now let me tell you how to understand this with the right understanding or the highest level of understanding. In the last session, we had talked about the ultimate truth. And what was the ultimate truth? If anybody remembers, in the last session, we said we all are
Gods with amnesia.
no, not with amnesia. We are all gods in human form.
Correct.
Amnesia छोड़ दीजिए सर, अब awakening में आ गए हैं, है ना? अब वो change कर दीजिए लाइन. We are all gods with awakening, right? So the truth that we understood was we are all gods in human form. Human beings की बात कर रहे हैं, तो all human beings are divine in the form of a human being. हम सब divine हैं. अब हम सब divine है का मतलब क्या है? हम सब के अंदर वो डिविनिटी का एक बीज है, एक सीड है. So we all have the seed of divinity within us. That is how we are all one and we are all connected. What is the purpose of our life? Purpose of our life is to nurture this seed of divinity, grow and make it big and manifest that in our karma. अपने कर्मा में उसको लाना है, और फिर जो रिजल्ट्स हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, that will be a manifestation of divinity. Yes, easy to understand. अगर कोई difficult understanding है तो you should ask question, right? So I'll repeat that. We are all God in the human form. We understood this as a ultimate truth in the last session. Building on that, we can say we are all divine in the sense that we have the seed of divinity within us. Yes, हमारे अंदर वो divinity का वो बीज है. So we are all divine in the seed form. Manifested form में divine नहीं है, seed form में divine है, सब सारे human beings. अब कुछ लोग उसमें तमस में होंगे, जैसे अभी हमें जी ने कहा, उनको वो अवेयरनेस नहीं होगी, वो डार्कनेस में होंगे, इग्नोरेंस में होंगे. कुछ लोग रजस में हैं, वो प्लेजर्स में डूबे हुए हैं, उनको भी वो अवेकनिंग नहीं है. बट जो सत्वा में है, दे विल हैव दैट अवेकनिंग, दे विल हैव दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग टू नर्चर दिस डिविनिटी विद इन देम. And when you nurture this divinity and bring this into your karma, that means you're invoking the divine qualities in you, sattva, and you are putting that into your karma. आपके thoughts, words, actions में अगर वो divinity का seed जो है वो कर्म में आ रहा है, तो अब जो results आएंगे आपकी लाइफ में, जो भी आप results लाइफ में manifest करोगे, उसमें divinity का manifestation होना ही है. That is how you will be able to see whether you are manifesting the divinity in your life. And as Swami Vivekananda also said, the purpose of the life is not to know that you are divine, it is to manifest the divinity that you are. So the level of manifestation will actually tell us how much we have nourished or nurtured this seed of the divine in our life. And we have many lifetimes to improve it and move to the higher levels and finally attain the state of samadhi or oneness. So वो ultimate destination, जो अनिरुद्ध जी ने कहा, ultimate destination is the oneness, but the process is also understanding the spiritual law of divine oneness and manifesting the results in line with this divinity, so that we can creating magic and miracles in our life. Yes. So if we have the right understanding, the next step is that manifesting in our life? That is what we need to check. Yes. So let us have some sharing on that. Let's have some sharing on that, and then we will see how we can do this further and how we can improve upon it and create more divine manifestations in our life. Yes, Gunjan, go ahead. You have been raising hands for a long time.
सर, मैं अभी राधा कृष्ण देख रही हूँ, तो मेरा बहुत मन कर रहा था कि मैं शंख बजाना सीखूं एंड देन मैं फ्लूट बजाना सीखूं, एंड आई मैनिफेस्टेड इट। एंड
Very good.
बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, एंड आई सेंट यू द वीडियो ऑल्सो, शंख बजाते हुए। एंड फ्लूट का मुझे आज कनिष्क जी ने दे दिया नंबर, जो म्यूजिक सर है, एंड आई वांट टू लर्न दैट, सो आई मैनिफेस्टेड दैट। सो
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. So this is how you can include some additions in your sadhana. ये साधना है ना आपकी, आप
यस
अपनी
सर।
साधना में शंखनाद कर रहे हैं, हाँ, या फ्लूट बजा रहे हैं, which is very very high energy activity for you. It can
यस
cleanse
सर।
your chit very fast. Very good.
यस सर।
So these are things that you are going to put your or manifest the nurture the divinity and manifest that into your action. Very good. Good.
एंड आई रियली डोंट नो कब वो शंख वाला आया हमारे घर, एंड उसने मुझे कहा कि आपके लिए है देवी, ये देवी कहकर उसने मुझे बोला कि ये शंख आपके लिए है। मैंने कहा अरे, मैंने अभी 2-3 दिन पहले ही तो सोचा था, और ये मेरे पास कैसे आ गया? एंड आई
Good.
ट्राइड इट, एंड आई
Yeah.
रियली लव्ड
The
इट।
rest I saw in the video. That's perfect.
या
Okay. So keep trying
थैंक
that.
यू।
Let's acknowledge Gunjan. So these are small steps. These are small ways how you can increase your dosage of sadhana. Because see, ultimately, if you want to nurture the seed of divinity and manifest the divinity in your life, you will have to do that in only 3 ways. There are only 3 ways to do that, right? We all know. First is sadhana. आपकी spiritual sadhana आपके लिए important है. Second is how you can serve others. तो सत्संग में और फिर सेवा में, यही तीन एक्टिविटीज हैं आपकी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में जो आपको डिवाइन से कनेक्ट करते हैं। डिवाइन से कनेक्ट करने का मतलब क्या है कि आपके अंदर की जो सीड है डिविनिटी की वो नर्चर होगी, और फिर जब वो कर्म में आएगा तो आप रिजल्ट्स प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, एंड दोज रिजल्ट्स विल बी मैजिकल, लाइक गुंजन शेयर टुडे शी मैनिफेस्टेड द her son's admission in a school which she wanted. So ये manifestation है, and this is the result, right? And this has the divine blessings. You can easily see that. Very good, Gunjan. So that is how you create results in your life. Great. Anybody else who wants to share? With the right understanding of divine oneness, what are you manifesting in your life? That is what we need to look at. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? और कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Anybody who can look into their life, introspect in your life and see what are you creating? What are you manifesting? How are you nurturing the seed of divinity within you? How are you serving others? How are you moving on the spiritual journey of life with your improved sadhana? Whatever you want to do. आपकी साधना क्या है वो आप डिसाइड करोगे. Yes. I hope I'm clear. Everybody connecting with me? Good. So let's have some sharing. You just have to see your life and see what are you creating in your life. Yes, Ranjana. Go ahead.
So when we get the wisdom, like from this course or from any other seminar, etc., and when we realize something which we were not able to understand until now, so I mean, when we get that wisdom, we want to share it, and when I share with the people in my life, and when they understand that thing, so it is a I see that way, that my when my happiness in this way is shared. And when I've seen in recent days, and people come to me and they ask, "What are you doing?" So this way, I feel that I'm connected, and it is increasing day by day.
Very good, Ranjana. And that is how you need to actually monitor yourself. This is Swadhyay, right? So you are just to explain to others what she is doing. She is she's completed the Vedic Healing and Vedanta Wisdom program. So she is a practicing healer now, correct? And when you are healing others, what you are actually doing is you are pushing them in their spiritual journey. धक्का मार के भी सही आप पुश कर रहे हो उनको, वो अपनी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, ये बहुत बड़ी सेवा है। सबसे बड़ी सेवा किसी को खाना खिलाना या किसी को कपड़े दान करना नहीं है। सबसे बड़ी सेवा है किसी को स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी पे आगे लगाना। किसी के आप स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी पे आगे उनको मोटिवेट करते हो या उनको मूवमेंट दिलाते हो, दैट इज द बिगेस्ट सेवा। दैट इज हाउ यू स्प्रेड द लाइट ऑफ डिविनिटी। तो औरों को जब डिवाइन लाइट भेज रहे हो, आपकी लाइट भी तो बढ़ रही है ना, तभी तो उनके पास जा रही है। So this is a very good example of how to do seva to people, contributing to others' lives. And this is absolutely perfect in lighting yourself up and spreading the divine light to all. This is the right way. Absolutely great. Wonderful, Ranjana. So this is what you need to practice. And of course, when they are moving on the journey and they acknowledge you, we thank you, Ranjana, for making our life better. You obviously feel not happy, you feel blissful. क्योंकि सेवा से जो आपको खुशी मिलती है वो ब्लिसफुल की कैटेगरी में, ब्लिस की कैटेगरी में। इट्स नॉट अ प्लेजर। दैट जॉय एंड ब्लिस विल ओनली इंक्रीज विथ टाइम। करेक्ट? वेरी गुड, बहुत बढ़िया रंजन, आई एम इम्प्रेस्ड। गुड, सो कीप डूइंग द गुड जॉब। दैट इज द वे यू मूव ऑन द स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी। वेरी गुड। एनीबडी एल्स हु वांट्स टू शेयर? हाउ आर यू स्प्रेडिंग द लाइट? हाउ आर यू नर्चरिंग द सीड ऑफ डिविनिटी? And how are you manifesting the results in your life? That is a manifestation of divine oneness. वरना तो वो सिर्फ कंसेप्ट है, वरना वो सिर्फ एक थ्योरी है। It has to result into your karma. It has to result into creating magic and miracles for you and people in your life. So I'll just share something from my life so that people get a hang of it. So when the lockdown happened, I was at a crossroads कि अब क्या करूं करियर में। Till then I was doing corporate trainings and I was doing spiritual healings also and life coaching. But the corporate trainings came to a absolute standstill during the lockdown. So we had no corporate clients and I completely dedicated 100% time and effort I dedicated into spirituality. That is when I devised the healing programs that I am conducting now. So Vedic Healing, Vedanta Wisdom Program, all these were designed that time. Also these Wednesday sessions which I started then. And this was my way of contributing to people in their life. In that process, the seed of divinity was nurtured in me and expressed in my life. And I decided this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And today, even though the possibility of training is there, I'm not even looking into it. I am completely immersed into this divine work that I'm doing. And I know that when I'm doing the divine work, the divine is taking care of me. So with this understanding and with these efforts, I am moving onward in my life. And trust me, every day I'm creating some magical results for myself or for others. किसी ना किसी की लाइफ में कोई ना कोई मैजिकल रिजल्ट्स हो रहा है, and that gives me a huge boost कि yes, I'm on the right path and this is what I'm supposed to do for the rest of my life and maybe next lifetimes also. Yes. So when that conviction comes, then you know that you are moving in divine oneness. Yes. So that I just shared that so that all of you are aware of what can be possible in this journey. So if that opens up something for you, please feel free to share. Amit ji, if you're okay, you should switch on the video and share what you're manifesting in your life. I'm sure you are manifesting a lot of magical results in your divine oneness, right? Yes. और कोई share करना चाहेंगे? Otherwise, I will ask Amit ji to share. Okay, Amit ji, all yours.
Thank you. And I think I posted in various groups about this session today because some people in this group know that how connected I feel to the very truth and cause of oneness. So apart from Shashi ji, Gunjan, Anirudh ji, my ma, Pushpa ji, Sanjeev Garg ji, namaskar, welcome here. And
Namaskar ji, namaskar.
Great. And I think Harsh Wadhwa ma'am is also a little bit of it. I think Harsh ma'am, I met in PMC JNU, is it? Same. Okay. So I think through these sessions that I'm attending for about 3 years, I know Shashi ji for about good 3 years. in my own spiritual journey, we all listen, we all understand various wisdom bites and principles of universe. Somewhere, my calling has been oneness, where it got coupled with the fact that when we see the atrocities today across the world and the way people are divided, people are fighting because of four reasons, which is religion, political boundaries, or patriotism, emotions, and economic status. So this is all anti-oneness manifestations which we are seeing of the tamasic nature or the frequency of Earth today. So after my understanding of oneness, the way I'm manifesting now is to introduce certain, not just so I would say, to keep it concise, certain chapters of oneness into the primary education system in Delhi to begin with. So a lot of spiritual reformers are talking about oneness, and a lot of efforts are happening at the adult population level to bring this awareness to about 8.14 billion people today on planet, that we don't need to fight. We all came from the same single source. And as discussed earlier, Shashiji also mentioned that that divine connect that we all have is missing, and that is the lack of oneness today. So the way I'm manifesting and taking forward my understanding of oneness is by not putting too much of effort on the adult population now, which is taking infinite time. So I happen to learn a lot from Shashiji, Sanjeevji, and also one more gentleman we all know. So he was also working on the same project. So I thought, let me work on the children level, formative years, where right from the beginning, if we infuse certain chapters of oneness, and hypothetically, if these games of oneness are taught in all 195 countries today, then we can guaranteedly establish Satyug in the next 50 to about 70 years. By that time, probably adult population is largely polluted. We are not changing, including me. I mean, I still think in some ways that, I am this and the other is not. So even I am polluted. I know that at this, but at least I understood that this is the highest potential. This is the highest truth, that we all came from the same single source. So adding this into the primary education system, and that too in very fun games, and replicating across various states in India. I mean, there's a lot of progress happening already in a course called Happiness Curriculum. So my games would be on the top of that course. And that is how I am living and trying to spread oneness. And my lot of motivation comes from all you people. Trust me, I am very buddy. Though I happen to talk to Shashiji, Sanjeevji, my ma, and sometimes. But I must tell you that your questions, your interest, the words without even coming to me, the energy, all that is readable many times. So,
Wonderful, wonderful, Amitji. Wonderful sharing, great. And that is a perfect manifestation of divine oneness. Yes, so all of you must have got a
Congratulations.
taste of it. And Amitji is doing great work in that CPE, consciousness in primary education. And that is how you are going to create magic and miracles in your life and in the lives of others. That is important. Of course, your life is also important. First, you create in your life, and then you spread the light to others. Right? So when you're spreading the light to others, it has to reflect as a result. So see what are the results that you're creating in your life for yourself and for others. And it need not be a phenomenal activity like CPE for just like Amitji is doing. It could be something very, very simple. You have transformed your health and you are helping people to transform their area of health in their life. That could be one, right? As a healer, you can heal yourself, you can heal others. So if you ask me as a spiritual healer, that's what I do. But along with the health, you can also increase your financial status, your wealth. Yes. And you can also help people to create financial opportunities and create financial abundance for themselves. So you're contributing in some way to people's life. And there are many people who are completely destroyed in their relationships. They are living in a toxic relationship and they're fighting, and there's a lot of friction in the relationships. There is no experience of love and joy in the relationships. So when you are healing your relationships and you are helping others to enjoy love, peace, and joy in their relationship, you are creating a huge results. So it need not be something like a global task. No? So Vasudev Kutumbakam, theek hai. That is a different thing. But then you can take up in small areas. Baby steps are also important. तो आप देखिए आप अपनी लाइफ में क्या कर रहे हैं. आपकी लाइफ में, आपके हेल्थ, वेल्थ और रिलेशनशिप में आपने ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन किया, ग्रेट, दैट इज द मैनिफेस्टेशन ऑफ डिविनिटी. Now with the oneness of divine oneness, create that in other people's life. And as Anirudh said, that others' life can be a circle which can keep on expanding. First, it could be your family, then it could be your extended family, then it could be your society in which you are living, then it could be your city, your district, your country, and then you go on expanding yourself. That is how you create that impact of divine oneness. Perfect. So contributing to others, and that others can expand in a circle which is expanding to the limits beyond the countries and beyond the earth and beyond the universe and encompassing the whole multiverse. Correct? So you don't have to first think of how मैं universe के लिए क्या करूं. पहले अपने लिए करो, पहले अपनी फैमिली के लिए करो, फिर एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली के लिए करो, फिर सोसाइटी के लिए करो, फिर फ्रेंड्स एंड नीबर्स के लिए करो. Slowly the circle will expand because the light has to start from you. वो लाइट आपके अंदर से सब जगह पे जाएगी और सब जगह जगमग होगा. So you have to spread that light starting from you. If you're not on fire, you cannot spread that light. So first you have to transform your life, and then you talk about transforming others' life. I hope I'm making sense. So the right understanding will help you to create that magical results in your life and in the lives of others. Yes. So with this, what is opening up? If anybody wants to share, क्या खुल के आ रहा है? Or if you have not done anything, you can decide right now. From today onwards, this is what motivates me. This is what I will do. And I will create love, peace, and joy for people in my life. Identify that group and work on it. And trust me, when you spread the light of love, peace, and joy to others, you are the first one to receive it. You will be filled with love, peace, and joy. And that is the basic idea of healing, right? When you send the healing energies to others, you get healed first. सबसे पहले healing आपकी होगी, फिर औरों की healing होगी. So this is for all the healers, by the way. So let's see what is opening up. Anybody who wants to share? And Ranjana ji had shares beautifully how she is healing herself and how she is healing others, right? Great. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Anybody who wants to share? Anybody who wants to ask any question? If something is not clear. So with the right understanding of divine oneness, what are the results that you are manifesting in your life? This is what we are inquiring into, and this is what we are sharing. Yes. So Sushil Jain ji, Sanjeev, Harsh ji, anything you want to ask or anything you want to share? Jyoti ji, welcome. iPhone, welcome. Okay, Dharmendra ji, welcome. Vivek Walia ji, welcome. Good to see you, Vivek Walia ji. बहुत दिनों बाद आए हैं. कुछ शेयर करेंगे? सीमा जी, yes. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Fast. I need sharings or questions. Or
Sir,
any
what
doubts.
what I feel, first we have, as you said, that first we should be healed, then only we can heal others.
Okay.
Yeah.
वो तो healing program में हम बोलते ही हैं ना. First you need to heal
हाँ जी.
yourself, then you are
Yes, sir.
able to spread that love and light to others. Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. So that is a perfect way of spreading the light. Yes. Anybody else who wants to share? Jyoti ji,
आगे
Sushil Jain ji.
संजीव sir.
Yes. Yes, Sanjeev is here. Yes, Sanjeev, if you have been hearing, if you want to share anything, please go ahead. Or if you want to take some time, tell me.
No, that's fine. I was listening to everything and I really enjoyed it.
Hmm.
And I feel when we're talking of oneness, Amit ji बैठे तो उनके सामने oneness के बारे में हम क्या बात करें? Okay, he's an expert and king. But what is the view that I can share is 2 point. अब जैसे एग्जांपल देखते हैं यहाँ पे एक हमारे बीच में जूम यूजर बैठी हुई है. वो अपने आप में वननेस दिखा रही है, अपना नाम भी नहीं लिख रही है, तो ये वननेस है. So Ranjana ji is showing that really when the moment we get out of that feeling of I, me, you, actually हम oneness में आ जाते हैं. सो व्हाट आई से कि अगर वननेस में आते ही ना, जैसे जो जो वननेस की तरफ बढ़ेगा शशि, माई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दैट आई अंडरस्टैंड इज, वो लाइफ में डिजीज से दूर हो जाएगा. एंड व्हाई आई एम सेइंग सो कि जब किसी को कुछ बीमारी होती है उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं इल हो गए हैं, नॉट, है ना. तो आई के साथ इलनेस होता है, वी के साथ वेलनेस होता है. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज सो फैंटास्टिकली इन दी वननेस कि वो आई छोड़ा, वननेस आ गया. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक. एंड simple, I don't need to speak, that's my point of view, that's what I understand. And oneness में ऐसे कोई गाना याद आ रहा था, ये कहाँ आ गए हम यूं ही साथ साथ चलते. That's oneness for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanjeev. It was wonderful, wonderful sharing and very, very powerfully and simply put. I से V में आ जाओ, illness से wellness में आ जाओ, oneness में. Very good. So when he says go beyond I, you're basically saying that you go beyond your ego. Ego के beyond फिर divinity है, तो आप oneness में आ ही जाओगे. Very good, Sanjeev. Great sharing. And as is habitual for Sanjeev, he puts it in a very, very simple way, which everybody can connect. So great. Yes, Amiji, you want to share something?
So इन्होंने गाना गाया तो मुझे एक बार गाना याद आ गया, वननेस का ही, दूरदर्शन पे आता था about 30 years back. सूरज एक तारे something right, तारे अने एक गिलहरी अनेक
सूरज
गिलहरियां.
मुझे
एक
भी यही
तारे
याद आ
अनेक.
रहा था.
एक चिड़िया अनेक चिड़िया.
So that was so good. Doordarshan was doing today. Nobody else is doing it. That was right. The oneness message, which was getting beamed all across. So I wish those days come again. But yeah, just thought of.
Oh yes,
Doordarshan reminded me something.
You can definitely include that in your CP, that kind of songs.
Yeah, it is.
It will make a huge difference.
I have crazy ideas. Maybe someday, maybe for a day, just outside the IGA airport, we should have a big LCD screen only for a day. Throughout the day, displaying that we are all one. People will go crazy. कि किसने
Very
करा
good.
है? Who would have done this? Only for a day.
बहुत बढ़िया,
Thousands and
बहुत
thousands
बढ़िया.
of people will see this.
Great. All right, let's acknowledge Sanjeev and Amitji for bringing in simple, you can say poems or songs or stories which can create or make this idea of oneness very, very explicitly clear to all of us, right? Great. Anybody else who wants to share? What is opening up?
अमित जी के लिए मैं कहना चाहूंगी, अमित जी जो आप आईजी एयरपोर्ट पे कहना चाह रहे हैं वो आप स्कूल प्राइमरी क्लासेस,
वो आप स्कूल में क्या, आपकी आवाज थोड़ी सी ब्लैंक हो गई.
आपकी एलसीडी जो आप डिस्प्ले करना चाह रहे हैं वो आप स्कूल में भी कर सकते हैं. इट्स अ मूवी टाइम फॉर स्टूडेंट्स और इट्स अ फन टाइम फॉर किड्स.
Yeah, that is in his agenda, but he's thinking of something big beyond CPE, right? All right, very good.
Thank
So,
you, Arjun.
good idea. Anybody else who wants to share what is happening in your life? Any ideas you are getting how you can manifest oneness in your life? आपकी लाइफ में क्या रिजल्ट्स आप प्रोड्यूस करेंगे with this right understanding of divine oneness? That is important. We are all one. We are all divine in the seed form. How do you nurture this divinity, the seed of divinity? And how do you create results for yourself and others? Very simple. That is the way to manifest divine oneness. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? Okay. So if whatever we have discussed so far is amply clear, then let me ask you a question. If you look into the outside world right now, as on date, what do you see? Do you see oneness? Do you see divine oneness outside? Or do you see tension, politics,
Tension.
wars, terrorism? ये सब रियल है, न्यूज में आ रहा है ना? तो ये सब अगर रियलिटी है, इट मे नॉट बी द ट्रूथ, बट इट इज रियलिटी, इट इज हैपनिंग इन द रिलेटिव वर्ल्ड. एक दो कंट्रीज में वॉर चल रही है, बहुत जगह पे टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटी चल रही है, बहुत जगह मर्डर्स हो रहे हैं, रॉबरी हो रही है, लूट मार हो रही है, सब हो रहा है. कहाँ वननेस दिख रही है आपको? डिवाइन वननेस दिख रही है कहीं? कहीं नहीं दिख रही. क्यों नहीं दिख रही? इतना सिंपल अगर ये स्पिरिचुअल ट्रूथ है, And let me tell you, not even 99.99% don't understand this. 0.01% possibly understand this, and most of them are, not most of them, some of them of that mindset are sitting in our Zoom recording, right? हमारे Zoom के प्रोग्राम में बैठे हैं. तो ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग इतनी सिंपल अगर है तो लोगों को समझ में क्यों नहीं आ रही? 800 करोड़ लोगों को समझ में क्यों नहीं आ रही है? ये क्या वजह हो सकती है? Why people are not understanding this divine oneness? स्पिरिचुअल लॉ है, और ये पहली बार तो नहीं बोल रही है, तो बहुत सालों से, बहुत शताब्दियों से, हजारों सालों से ये oneness की बात चल रही है. वसुधैव कुटुंबकम is something which we know has been coined long time back. There are many organizations who are teaching this, but not even 0.01% of the population on the planet Earth are able to understand this law, let alone implementing this law. समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है, और समझ में आ रहा है तो इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हो रहा है, और इम्प्लीमेंट हो रहा है तो गलत रिजल्ट्स आ रहे हैं, which means अंडरस्टैंडिंग परफेक्ट नहीं है. क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? Let us look into that. Yes, Gunjan, go ahead.
सर अकॉर्डिंग टू मी कि जहाँ हम डिवाइन बैठे हैं, तो जो यूक्रेन की लड़ाई हो रही है वहां पर भी डिवाइन बैठे हैं, तो अपने आप टेक केयर कर लेंगे वो उनकी. सो वी डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट देम, सो दे आर ऑलरेडी
कोई
टेकन
मर रहा
केयर ऑफ.
है, you don't have to worry, then where is the oneness? मतलब
नो
वो मर
सर,
रहा है तो मरे,
नहीं ये
ये
मतलब नहीं
oneness
है
नहीं
कि
हुआ ना फिर.
नहीं सर, जैसे हम उसकी फिक्र करें
I know
कि
you didn't mean that, but I am exaggerating it so that everybody understands it. हाँ, तो ये oneness नहीं. अगर मैं बोलूँ दूसरा मर रहा है, मरे ना, उसके कर्म है, उसकी जिंदगी खत्म हो गई, वो मर गया, मैं क्या करूँ? ये oneness है? ये बिल्कुल oneness नहीं है. हाँ, आगे बोलिए गुंजन, you want to share something else?
सर फिक्र नहीं करनी चाहिए कि वहां पर भी एक कृष्णा बैठे हैं जो उनकी फिक्र कर रहे हैं. तो मेरी थिंकिंग ये है कि हम अपने दायरे में रहें और अपने दायरे को पहले संवार लें, उतना ही बहुत है हमारे
Okay,
लिए.
but अगर कोई वार में मर रहे हैं, okay,
बट आई एम नॉट अ
एक
सोल्जर, सो आई कैन नॉट टेक केयर ऑफ देम.
what can you do? There is some
आई कैन ओनली
calamity.
हील, आई कैन ओनली हील
हाँ,
फॉर देम. आई
so you
कैन
do that.
सेंड
So
प्रेयर्स.
don't say मैं क्या करूँ. You should be clear क्या करना है.
यस,
क्या
यस,
करोगे?
आई कैन ओनली हील फॉर.
How do you heal?
दैट्स with Vedanta wisdom programs.
No, you send energy of love, peace, and joy to those
Yes,
people. Not only the attackers,
that's
even the
what I have learned.
victims.
Yes, sir.
जो अटैक कर रहा है उसको भी सद्बुद्धि मिले, और जो विक्टिम है वो अपने दुख दर्दों से बाहर निकले. लव, पीस एंड जॉय की एनर्जी भेजो पूरे ब्रह्मांड को. All the living beings, all the living things are receiving this energy of love, peace, and joy.
Yeah.
That is the first thing that you should do to every time. चाहे वो विक्टिम हो या विलन हो,
So
दोनों
that's
को.
what we have learned in
Yes,
Vedanta wisdom.
that is what we need to do. First thing. Yes, I know you know that. I'm just explaining to everybody. तो अगर कोई खबर सुनते हैं हम कि किसने किसी का मर्डर कर दिया और उसको फांसी हो गई, दोनों को उस समय हीलिंग की जरूरत है, विक्टिम को भी, विलेन को भी. अंडरस्टैंड दिस, बिकॉज दोनों के अंदर डिविनिटी का स्पार्क है. उस डिविनिटी के स्पार्क को बढ़ाने के लिए आपको लव, पीस एंड जॉय की एनर्जी ही भेजनी है. फिक्र नहीं करनी इज द राइट वर्ड यू सेड. वरी नहीं करना, एंजाइटी नहीं करनी, बिकॉज वो एनर्जी जाएगी वन. बट एनर्जी भेजनी कौन सी है? लव, पीस एंड जॉय की. दैट इज हाउ यू कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट टू द होल यूनिवर्स, इवन इफ यू कैनॉट डू मच फिजिकली. एनर्जी लेवल पे आप कनेक्टेड हो. यस, वेरी गुड गुंजन. लेट्स एक्नॉलेज गुंजन. यस रंजना, गो अहेड.
सर हमारे घरों में हमको बचपन से सिखाया जाता है, जब whenever we do prayer, में either in the school or when like we have grown up, we do morning prayers before God. We always pray Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu, Ma Kashyap Dukkhani. So in this
Absolutely.
way, we have been taught from the our childhood that we should send these healings to the world, and it creates some impact somewhere.
Definitely. Very good. That's perfect. So that is why we send prayers, healing prayers for the whole humanity, for all the people on the planet Earth. Because at the energy level, we are all connected. We may not know them. We cannot physically help them out. But energy level पे हम उनको जरूर contribute कर सकते हैं by these healing prayers that we send to them. Last time Sanjeev had mentioned, सबका मंगल हो. Such a powerful thing. You send that to all the 800 crore people. सबका मंगल हो. Now, I can't do anything for the 800 crore population. What I can do, what you rightly said, Gunjan, is for my family, for my limited circle, जो मैं कर सकता हूँ. पर वो सर्कल धीरे धीरे जब बड़ा होगा, I will be able to contribute to more and more people. पहले thousands होंगे, फिर lakhs आएंगे, फिर करोड़ होगा, फिर बढ़ेगा, जो भी जितना बढ़ सके बढ़े. बट एनर्जी लेवल पे तो मैं 800 करोड़ लोगों को और जितने भी लिविंग बींग्स हैं इस यूनिवर्स में सबको लव पीस एंड जॉय की एनर्जी भेज सकता हूँ, बिल्कुल भेज सकता हूँ. एंड दैट इज व्हाट is the right understanding of divine oneness. We are all connected to each other. We don't exist like an island. हम कट आउट नहीं है, हम सब जुड़े हुए. Yes, very good, बहुत बढ़िया. So acknowledge Gunjan and Ranjana, very good. Anybody else who is getting some good understanding, who wants to share?
I would like to say about Ranjana.
Yeah.
इन्होंने कुछ दिन पहले जब दिल्ली में प्रोग्राम हुआ था जहाँ पे हम लोग सब गए थे, लास्ट डे में इन्होंने पकड़ के सबको यूपीएससी में चार्ट खिलाई थी वननेस के नाम पे.
Okay.
So that was a very pronounced point की, और जो नहीं भी खाना चाह रहे खाओ, लोग सबके लिए बना के. That's what she did out there.
Very good. Yeah. So
मुझे
connecting with
नहीं खिलाई रंजना, तो my chart
आप
is
भाग गए.
pending.
खिलाई थी पर आप वहां से भाग गई थी,
हाँ.
चली गई थी.
नहीं,
okay,
रंजना
okay,
रंजना
come
भी खिलाई
back,
थी.
come back. Yeah.
I
All
want
right.
to.
Anybody
I
else
want-
who wants to share?
I
Yeah.
want to interrupt. Sorry, sir. I think you're missing to talk about 2 points which you told me in the call today.
That second part we will do later.
Okay. So those 2 laws.
Yeah, it is too close. No, I can't touch that topic now.
Yeah. So I thought let me remind you just in
Yeah,
case you
I
forgot.
know, I remember that.
Okay.
So I'm just exploring that. So I'm exploring that area. So again, let us look at what the question was before we went into some fun and frolic. Yes. Why people are not able to understand and implement this simple spiritual law of divine oneness? क्यों समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, क्यों implement नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, क्यों इतनी tragedies हैं लाइफ में, क्यों इतनी वायलेंस है इस प्लैनेट पे, क्यों इतना राग द्वेष है, क्यों इतना द्वैत है. हम अद्वैत की बात कर रहे हैं और यहाँ पे वर्ल्ड में पूरा द्वैत ही द्वैत है. Why we can't understand this spiritual truth?
मुझे
कौन बोलना
लगता है कि
चाहेंगे?
या विवेक बोलो. मुझे लगता है शायद वी आर इनटू ट्रांजैक्शनल एनालिसिस. हम लोग जब तक उस जोन में होते हैं, उस डोमेन में होते हैं जहाँ पे स्पिरिचुअल बातें हो रही होती हैं, तब तक तो हम इन्फ्लुएंस में होते हैं कि हाँ सब बढ़िया, सब अच्छा है, सबका भला हो. जैसे ही उस डोमेन से बाहर होते हैं और फिर से वर्ल्ड के ट्रांजैक्शन उसमें रियलिम में चले जाते हैं, तो फिर मेरा तेरा, मैंने ये किया, मुझे ये मिलना चाहिए, मैं उसको ये देना चाहिए. तो उस चीज में शायद maybe we get attached to expectations and get into that transactional mode, जिसकी वजह से जब expectations meet नहीं होती हैं तो frustration और disappointment, और फिर उसकी
वो
वजह
तो
से
खैर रिजल्ट्स
anger.
है, बट द बेसिक आइडिया आई अंडरस्टूड योर पॉइंट. वेरी गुड विवेक जी, दैट्स द राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. अगर हम बोलें तो जैसे संजीव ने कहा था आई से वी में चलो, वो यहाँ पे तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, वापस जाते हैं वी से वापस आई में आ जाते हैं, तो ईगो फिर ट्रिगर हो जाता है और फिर मैं मेरा उसमें अटक जाते हैं. यस, दैट इज इन शॉर्ट व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू से. So that is right. That is one way of looking at it. Why we are not able to experience oneness? Because we are rooted in self. Self means we are rooted in ego. I में घुस जाते हैं हम दोबारा से. तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? What is in it for me? मेरे को कैसे फायदा होगा? बाकी दुनिया जाए भाड़ में. I have to move forward. मेरे को सक्सेस चाहिए, बाकियों की मेरे को कोई परवाह नहीं है. That again creates a differentiation between me and others. तो we का जो concept है वो खत्म हो जाता है, वापस I में आ जाते हैं. Okay, point taken. Yes, anybody else wants to share? Anirudh ji. Okay.
इसमें सर कहीं ना कहीं एक चीज और भी पॉइंट कि जो इकोनॉमिक्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड है, कैन इट बी ओरिएंटेड, या कैन वी लुक एट काइंड ऑफ अ विजन, जैसे बहुत पहले था कि देयर वाज जस्ट ओनली एग्री बेस्ड इकोनॉमी, की खाना एक दूसरे को अनाज देना ही एक ट्रांजैक्शन था. उसमें मैं बना
पहले
रहा
क्या था, we cannot comment anything on that. Right now what is there and right now what we can do, it will be more practical. अभी क्या चल रहा है देखिए और आपकी लाइफ में देखिए. पहले कंट्रीज को छोड़ दीजिए, सबसे पहले अपनी लाइफ से शुरू करके आगे बढ़ेंगे, है ना. तो आप
ठीक।
देखिए आप कहाँ पे वी से आई में घुस रहे हैं, वहां पे स्टॉप लगाइए, वापस वी में जाना, और वी
वो
की
तो बिकॉज
डेफिनेशन या वी का सर्कल बढ़ाते रहिए।
वो तो बिकॉज सर 12 hours a day one is into practical world of interacting professionally, और तो वहां पे आई मी सब हो जाता है।
हम्म,
वहां पे वननेस की बात नहीं हो पाती है, या आते आते बीच में से छूट जाती है।
तो राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है ना फिर, इसीलिए तो बोल रहे हैं। ये तो अंडरस्टैंडिंग एज पर माई प्रेफरेंस वो हो गया, कन्वीनियंस हो गया। तो गॉड इज नॉट एग्जिस्टिंग टू फॉर यू एज पर योर कन्वीनियंस। You have to live your life in accordance with the universal laws. Correct? So look into that. Now you have understood why you are not able to do it. Now find out ways how you are going to do it. That is the path. Correct? Spiritual journey, nobody told you it is going to be easy. But once you know what is missing, you need to provide that. Look at it that way. Meanwhile, let me take others sharing. You can just be in introspection right now. Yes, Sanjeev, go ahead.
So, Sashi, this is very important for all of us to understand how to be staying in that oneness. And the example which I shared for Ranjana ji a while ago, the purpose was actually to create that concept. So, children are always in oneness. They are not into I, they are in we. And this game, a small fun and frolic we did, so that was a representation of being in child mode. And once anyone is in child mode, gets into the V mode, they get out of I mode.
Very
तो
good.
जिस लाइफ
Perfect.
को फन बना देंगे, रियल फन दिल से, वहां पे फिर आई खत्म हो जाता है, वी आ जाता है ऑटोमेटिकली. That's what I feel, and that's why I created an example by talking about Ranjana ji. That's what I did at the moment.
Absolutely. Perfect. There was no flaw in that. That was absolutely great. And in fact, unless you have laughter in your life, there is no question of oneness manifesting in your life. You should be always happy and always grateful. Happy and grateful रहेंगे तभी आप oneness की बात कर सकते हैं. Yes, very good, Sanjeev. Yes, Ranjana, go ahead.
सर ऑफिस में भी वननेस की बात होती है व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द टीम बिल्डिंग, टीम वर्क, टीम बिल्डिंग, दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स.
Yes,
देयर इज आल्सो वननेस एग्जिस्ट.
obviously. The whole organization is one, first of all.
Yes.
And I remember when we used to work in, I used to work in Crompton Greaves, our general manager used to say that you may be different departments, and we are having activities so that you develop the competitive spirit. But remember, we are all Crompton Greaves. We are all one. Within that, we can definitely create some idea of competition or race so that we get the number 1, number 2, number 3. But remember that we are all one. That was always there. Yes. So yes, in an organization also you can do that. In an interactive world also. 12 घंटे आप काम पे कर रहे हो, बिजनेस में हो, क्लाइंट्स के साथ भी वननेस हो सकता है, कलीग्स के साथ भी वननेस हो सकता है, सबके साथ वननेस हो सकता है. Only thing is right understanding has to be there. Very good, Ranjan. Perfect. Yes, let's acknowledge Sanjeev, Ranjana, Gunjan, everybody who shared. Yes, Anirudhji, you had raised your hand. Go ahead.
ये जो आपने एक तरीका ये बताया कि प्रे करने का है, कि अब क्वेश्चन ये है कि वर्ल्ड में वननेस कैसे लाया जाए, जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा है सबसे, तो उसका एक तरीका आपने
वननेस
बताया
कैसे लाया जाए नहीं पूछा है, वननेस क्यों नहीं है ये पूछा है.
एक ही बात है, वननेस नहीं है तो जब वननेस का वो पता लग जाएगा तो लाई जाएगी. तो ठीक है सर, वननेस क्यों नहीं है, ओके. तो उसका एक तरीका आपने बताया कि प्रे करनी चाहिए हर एक को जहां पर भी है. तो वो तो ठीक है, प्रे तो काफी लोग करते होंगे, हम भी करते हैं, सभी करते हैं. परंतु ये अभी आ क्यों नहीं रही है, इसका कुछ रीजंस तो बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स स्टडी है. तो इसका आप क्या सोचते हो कि कैसे ला सकते हैं इसको, क्यों नहीं है, आप अपना बताइए.
Very good. So this we are going to discuss in the next week, and that topic will be, I will tell you that topic, and then we will do that in the next week, because
इसमें मुझे
today it is already 10 o'clock, so we can't take up that discussion right now. अगले हफ्ते हम इसी को देखेंगे कि ये वननेस क्यों नहीं है, और उसके लिए भी एक स्पिरिचुअल लॉ है जिसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे और जिसके बारे में हम आगे बात करेंगे. यस, आई डिस्कस दैट विद अमित जी, और वही अमित जी बोल रहे थे कि आज कर रहे हो, तो मैंने वही बताया कि आज नहीं कर सकते, वो अगले हफ्ते करेंगे. राइट? यस, सुशील जी, गो अहेड.
Yeah, I would like to say that we are not able to do this because we are all being programmed right from the childhood differently.
Hmm.
with all the labels to us, whether I'm a Punjabi, I'm a Indian, I'm this, that, you know. So all the labels that you are creating is causing actually discrimination at every level. So how can it happen?
Hmm. But
Finally,
now we
because
know,
you are
now you
told-
know, now you know that it was created in the childhood. So you can
Yes.
break that, right?
Yes, but I'm giving you the reason. You wanted to ask what is the
मैं
reason?
वही बोल
Reason
रहा
is
हूँ, अगर सब
the
लोगों को
primary
ये
reason
मालूम
is that.
है, सब लोगों को मालूम है चाइल्डहुड में बना था, तो 30-40 साल में आने के बाद उसको तोड़ देना चाहिए ना, नहीं तोड़ पा रहे हैं.
हाँ, नहीं टूट पा रहे हैं ना, इनिशिएट नहीं हुआ है अभी तक, किसी लेवल पे इनिशिएट नहीं हुआ है, बड़े लेवल पे.
Okay, okay,
That is the reason.
got it, perfect. That is also a right answer. Yeah, good है. So let's explore more into this. Let's see more into this. Anybody else who has their point of view कि क्यों नहीं हो रहा है ये स्पिरिचुअल लॉ ऑफ डिवाइन वननेस, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हो रहा है, वर्ल्ड में दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है. और ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल भी नहीं. देयर आर many organizations and many spiritual organizations who are deeply rooted in divine oneness and they are working for it, but that, as I said, is 0.01%. Correct. So we need to more introspect more why it is not happening. Okay, now I will say, forget about the 800 crore population. Why is it not happening in your life? See that.
There is
आपकी लाइफ
another
में डिवाइन वननेस है. एक सेकंड सर, आपकी लाइफ में डिवाइन वननेस अगर है या नहीं है, ये तो हम कर सकते हैं ना अपने कंट्रोल. 800 करोड़ को भूल जाइए. मेरी लाइफ में डिवाइन वननेस का रिजल्ट आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा है? क्या मेरी लाइफ, मेरी फैमिली में सबके साथ डिवाइन वननेस है? क्या मेरी सोसाइटी में सबके साथ डिवाइन वननेस है? मेरी लाइफ में जो 100 लोग हैं, जो 100 लोग मेरी लाइफ को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं, क्या उनके साथ मेरा डिवाइन वननेस है? ये इंट्रोस्पेक्शन तो हम कर सकते हैं ना. इसमें तो किसी और को आने की जरूरत नहीं है. मेरा कनेक्शन है 100 लोगों के साथ. लुक इनटू दैट and see why this is not happening and find out ways how you are going to make it happen. And next week topic will clarify a lot of things. Yes, Sushil ji, go ahead.
Yeah, just what I wanted to add, that it is not that it is not happening. It is happening also in pockets. We are not able to see that. That's why you see largely population living peacefully. I mean, if the wars are happening only in two countries or 4 countries, that means rest of the world is somehow going on, you know. So there is
Not being at war is not a sign of oneness.
Yeah, in pockets,
Correct.
yes.
So
We
yes,
can
so
see
let
that.
us not look into, इसलिए हम बोला अभी वो छोड़ देते हैं, 800 करोड़ को छोड़ दीजिए. अभी आप ये देखिए, आप और आपके 100 लोग जो आपके लाइफ में, या 200 लोग, और बहुत बड़ी आपका सर्कल है तो 500 लोग ले लीजिए. क्या आप और अपने आपके 500 लोग जो आपकी लाइफ में हैं उनके साथ डिवाइन वननेस है? और अगर नहीं है तो क्यों नहीं है? This is what we need to look at.
Reason तो वही है कि that we are programmed differently right from the childhood and nobody has tried to correct it. But at the same time, because of our natural tendencies, we do have some common, some pockets where when you feel completely peaceful and people are living nicely in communities. So it
Okay.
is not that.
So you are saying we not
It's not
living,
completely
not
absent.
fighting
What
with
we
each
do-
other, not fighting with each other may not be a sign of divine oneness. It's just a question कि अभी वो लड़ नहीं रहे हैं, हो सकता है कल लड़ लें, आज नहीं लड़े. So
Yeah,
I
but
will
that
not
is-
take
that-
that as a sign of divine oneness. Okay.
Okay.
Divine oneness means when you are absolutely feeling one with the whole 100 people in your life. Are you feeling that way? Then great. नहीं तो क्यों नहीं? That is my point of introspection. Introspect करिए sir. We will look more into it. Let's have take more views. Yes. और कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? और अनिरुद्ध जी, आपने हाथ खड़ा किया.
हाँ जी सर, बस मैं इतना कहना चाहता हूँ कि जो वननेस क्यों नहीं है, उसका रीजन ये है कि एफर्ट्स वननेस लाने के लिए कम हुए हैं और ज्यादा एफर्ट्स लाने की जरूरत है हर लेवल पर. हर ह्यूमन बीइंग को जहां भी वो वननेस ला सकता है, फैमिली के अंदर, अपने सराउंडिंग में, ही शुड डू द एफर्ट्स. हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वननेस के एफर्ट्स नहीं होते हैं. कभी आपने देखा वननेस के ऊपर लेक्चर नहीं होते हैं, वो होने चाहिए. स्कूल में नहीं होते, कॉलेज में नहीं होते, पॉलिटिशियन के लिए नहीं होते, हमारी
समझ गया
पार्लियामेंट में
सर।
नहीं होते,
अनिरुद्ध जी,
यूएनओ में नहीं होते, हर जगह
अनिरुद्ध जी,
वननेस के लेक्चर होने चाहिए,
अनिरुद्ध
तब
जी,
वननेस आएगी।
अनिरुद्ध जी, पूरे वर्ल्ड को
हाँ जी,
छोड़ देते हैं।
हाँ
आप
जी।
अपनी लाइफ में 100 लोगों के साथ वननेस है या नहीं है, इस पे ध्यान दीजिए। अगर है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, नहीं है तो क्यों नहीं है, ये हमको
नहीं सर,
इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करना है।
सर,
अगले
हमारी
हफ्ते
तो है, हमारी है,
गुड, तो 200 लोगों में देखिए, फिर
200 में भी है,
तो 500 में देखिए।
500,
हाँ, आगे बढ़ते जाइए। यहाँ पे
500
नहीं
में।
है, वहां क्यों नहीं है, देखिए। ठीक है, and let's
ओके,
not talk theory, let's talk of practical results. What are the results you are creating for these 500 people in your life in the last 6 months? Look into that. If I am in oneness with 500 people in my life, I would have created magical results for myself and for others in the last 6 months. Am I doing that? Yes. Wonderful. What are the results? Make a list, share. We will also understand, we will also get enlightened. Actions में results दिखने चाहिए ना फिर। Yes or no? अमित जी के रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं, दिख रहे हैं। गुंजन के रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं, लाइफ में दिख रहे हैं। संजीव के रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं, दिख रहे हैं। शशिधर के रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं, रंजना के रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं। सबको अपने अपने लाइफ के रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं या नहीं दिख रहे हैं? दैट इज माय क्वेश्चन। एंड नेक्स्ट वीक वी विल लुक इनटू more into why this is not happening in the form of a spiritual law, and this is a spiritual law, by the way, right? And that will give you a lot of clarity. Till then, do the introspection homework. Yes, we've all become students. Do homework, and next week we will look into why this is not happening. So watch out for the topic for the next Wednesday, and we will definitely inquire more into this with the spiritual law and the right understanding, so that we can create magic and miracles in all areas of our life and for all the people who are connected to us. So with this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you very much for your participation. Enjoy a great day, enjoy a great week. Aham Brahmasmi.
Aham Brahmasmi.
Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.